Today's blog topic is why hire a fractional CMO. So I've been pitching the idea of a fractional CMO services or interim head of marketing. I use the two terms interchangeably. And the most common question I'm getting is why should I hire a fractional head when I can hire someone permanently? And this is typically a conversation that I'm having with startups or early stage companies, even mid-sized companies. And the reason that fractional CMO or interim head of marketing is such an appealing opportunity or option for these organizations is that, if we're thinking about consulting in general, you typically hire a consultant who has a general area of expertise. They work for you for a fractional period of time, either a couple of months or a couple of hours a week. They do something really well, and they are less expensive than hiring a permanent employee, which comes, if they come fully loaded, you've got to think of, the salary, the benefits, and even for a full-time CMO or a head of marketing, that comes with, for startups, a large equity grant, which can be very expensive in the long term. So with a fractional CMO, it's not different than those consulting services. But what you're getting is someone who has years and years of experience, who has executed marketing strategies and tactics and things to build up other companies and other clients so that they're successful in their marketing practice. The experience that you get with a CMO is not something that you can find with a permanent employee. And typically startups are hiring marketing managers, which is not to, put down any marketing manager in any way, but the level of expertise of a marketing manager is usually focused in a specific area. So they can do demand gen really well, or they can do social really well, or write copy, or something like that. But with a CMO, they have done it all. They have experience in doing all of the marketing things that you need to do in order to make a company successful. They have a proven track record. And so what they come in is they can not only create the marketing strategy that also aligns to the company goals, but how do you execute each one of those marketing practices within that overall marketing practice to make sure that the company is growing at the rate that it needs to. So they will have experience with AR/PR, events, website design, writing emails and copy and things like that, demand gen, what programs will work and what won't. So the learning curve for a fractional head is very short. Like the ramp up time is very short. They are used to learning things on the fly and very quickly. They can implement things in very short order. And the idea of a fractional CMO is not that they will be with you for a long period of time. They can work, whatever the given amount of hours is per week or per month to build up your marketing practice, allowing you as the CEO or COO or whatever other title you have to focus on your area of expertise while they handle the marketing aspect. And so you don't have to worry about them because they've done this before. So they can set up these demand gen programs, they get the website running, write emails for nurturing, get events, locked in and loaded, and do all of those things. Whereas you couldn't do that with someone else that has less experience. So I would really encourage startups to look at a fractional CMO or an interim head of marketing so that you get all the benefits of marketing out of your business early and you don't have to course correct later. Because what I have found with a lot of startups that don't go down that path is they'll hire a very junior person who will get you to a certain point, but the ability to go beyond that is very difficult. That you will start to see gaps in your marketing, or you may not have built up the brand as well as you should so that the demand gen can work. Events are a one and done type thing where there is not a plan around the event, because that should be considered a campaign in of itself, what you do before the event, during the event, and afterwards. And a lot of people who don't have experience in that aren't able to deliver that. Also, writing copy and content. If the CMO can do that, the fractional CMO or interim head of marketing can do that for you. They should be able to write those things and the social copy and all of that so that you don't have to go to another agency, or you don't have to have people who should be focused on the customer write that copy for you. So I would really encourage you to take a look at those services, consider if that's something that's right for you. It's not right for everyone, but for a lot of companies, you will get the benefit of working with a fractional CMO so that you don't have to worry about your marketing practice, that you are providing the air cover that your sales team needs when they're going out to customers, because it's much easier to get into a company that is familiar with you than to try to do that with demand gen campaigns. You will see not a lot of traction in those campaigns if you haven't built up the brand equity, which a fractional CMO would be able to do for you. So if you have any questions about additional fractional CMO services, how they work, how they operate, how they're structured, I'm happy to have that conversation with you. Just let me know.